Let's see here. Okay, it looks like we are streaming. So, we are here at the beautiful Battle of Lobositz. It is the where are we at? The 140 turn. And we've done a couple of activations, haven't we?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Most suppressions, actually.
Okay.
Let's see.
Yep. So we've had a little bit of fun over here. Um, yeah, so we're partway through that. And the Prussians did their wild and wacky attack on Lobositz to sort of not the best of results, but kind of what you would have expected attacking a wall. So that was interesting. And now the Prussians have kind of pulled back a little bit, regrouped their cavalry. We'll see which way they decide to turn. I mean, at this point, you've only got, with the victory conditions, I can't remember what all we had, what all you've got to do.
Kill Austrians.
Well, mission partially accomplished. Mission partially accomplished. So, yeah, and we've got the villages burning. Lobositz has only got what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hexes left before it's all gone. And then does that give you some points or something? I can't remember what that does. Or do you have to be in one of the
Yeah.
hexes?
If it's completely burning, it also counts towards the Prussians.
Okay,
But
that's what I thought.
if it's not, there's the victory hexes, and then there's
Right, and there, well, one of the victory hexes has already gone up in smoke. And so we just have one left that hasn't gone up in smoke. And then over in Lobositz, we've got it's on fire. One of the victory hexes is gone up in smoke, and there's still one left. But that's a bigger village. That'll take a little bit more time potentially to burn down. I don't know. How are you feeling about? I think this game is certainly, with this rule set, has been a little bit more along the historic lines. I feel certainly had the potential as opposed to the first one that we did.
no, I don't see at this point a big chance of a win out of it.
Well, let's see. You've got 2 victory points because the Austrians moved some stuff. Kind of north of the border, right? The north-south border.
Yeah.
So you got 2 points for that. And then I think you'll get some points for Lobositz, right? And then it's a matter of how much death and destruction have been dealt out. I think at this point in time, you've taken a few more lumps than the Austrians have. But there's still plenty of time, right? We're here. We've got 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock. Basically got another 9 turns. before dusk, how much mischief can you get up to in 9 turns? I would guess that you could get up to a fair amount of mischief in in 9 turns.
Well, again, a lot of that has been on, contingent on my die rolling, which on the whole has not been optimal.
Yes. Well, good. Anything else exciting in your part of the universe, David?
Uh, um, Supposedly I'm retired now.
You are?
We'll see, but I think I am.
Okay, well that's interesting. Is it just a case where the you've finally stepped away because you were sort of like you hadn't been working full time. You
Right.
were working kind of part time. So now you're just not working at all.
Yep. Supposedly that the end of this month was my last month. So,
Okay, well this is
but
officially the
nobody's acknowledged it,
31st.
so we'll see.
Yeah, it depends on how bad things are at work. They keep sending you projects. You know that that's a different thing. Well, that's good. Then that means we can get you to learn how to do Vassal programming, and you can start creating all kinds of Vassal modules out there.
Yeah.
Or you could do play testing.
Yeah.
We'll get you involved with that. That'll keep you busy.
Oh yes.
So,
Michael.
Hello.
I did hear the dulcet tones of Michael's voice there.
Boy, you got trouble, brother.
I don't know about that.
Okay. So sorry. Um, we picked a frightfully humid day to spend loading the truck, and I probably lost, I don't know, a pint of blood to the mosquitoes.
Oh my goodness.
And we got that going for us. But
Okay.
okay. Well, my apologies for my delay.
It's quite all right. I was having technical issues. I was telling David
Oh,
that periodically YouTube, Google forces me to log out of my account and create a new password. And when it does, then OBS Studio has a terrible time trying to figure out where it's supposed to be live streaming things. So
oh
then I
boy.
have to like, oh, when was the last time this happened? 60 days ago. And I got to try to remember what did I do
How
then
did I
to
fix that last time?
how to get it to reconnect again. So
Wow, what a mess.
it is. And of course, you know, when it does this, it sends me the security alert. You know, you've been logged out on a Windows device. Check it, change it. There's trouble in River City, and I'm just like, dude, you're the ones who locked me out.
You did it.
Yeah, what exactly are you? What exactly are you getting at here? So
Knock it off.
yeah, pretty much.
Okay. All right. Well, so, but we're all squared away now?
We are, yeah. We've been live streaming for the last maybe 5 or 6 minutes or so. So
Okay.
it's given me a
All right.
chance
Well,
to chat a little bit. So and so but I believe at this point in time we are partway through the 140 turn. David
right.
was saying that he feels that about well over half of the Prussian commands have gone. So Preußen's
I think
gone,
that's,
Bevern's gone, um,
yeah,
the Prince Braunschweig has gone, Schwerin is
right.
gone. So there's some
Looks
cavalry
like,
left that hasn't done anything.
hey, hey, looks like they haven't gone, but that's the only one I can see.
Well, KY
There's at
hasn't
least,
gone.
There's
yeah, KY
KY.
hasn't gone and K hasn't gone,
And
and
And K hasn't gone.
Oh, okay.
So
So
there's
there's
one,
more
two,
of them than I thought.
three. Yeah, three Prussian formations haven't, cavalry formations haven't done anything exciting yet. So,
All right.
and
No,
then I
very
think
good.
I don't know that any of our, I don't think that any of the Austrians have done anything yet.
Guess not.
Yeah,
All right.
no, I haven't done
So
anything on
we're
my end of the universe. So,
doesn't look like anything's going on
yep,
here. No. All right. So we're at +1
for
for
the
the Prussians,
Prussians,
I think.
that's correct.
Yep. All right. Very good. Well, let me chuck.
Oh, and you got a special result right off the bat.
Wasting no time.
Well,
Wasting no
a
time.
The
0-8.
Prussian 8.
That is free combat segment. Pick a command for fire combat or close combat. Initiative required.
Have anything eligible for fire? I don't think so. Oh, I do actually.
I mean, you've got your guns there with Moeller.
Well, actually, I could do. I also could do Kleist.
Kleist. Oh, yeah, yeah. He's got a couple of skirmishers at a range of
You could
2.
shoot at. Yeah. And the other would be a charge command, which I think I would consider rather foolish at the moment, but
But that's never stopped you before, David.
well, we'll see if Kleist can manage to get a shot off at the skirmishers there.
Okay, so you got a roll of 4 or less.
Yeah. Oh,
Hey,
he does get
did it.
So what do we got there?
You should have, well, the one guy's disordered, so I think only 2 of his
6
increments
times
can fire. So you've got 6 times 2 is going to be 12. 12 to 10, it's a 1-to-1 with a minus 10.
Yep.
And that's
Nope.
not going to do anything.
Nope.
All right, roll again, Michael.
I can do that. I have the power. I have the technology.
That's going to move the clock, and that's another one for the Prussians.
Another one for the Prussians.
In turn moved.
All right, these guys. Okay. Those are Grenadiers.
Ooh.
So you said you're packing your daughter up for her trip to off to school?
Yeah. She's got an apartment, and so this time we're actually sending her with furniture and stuff instead of,
Okay.
a lot more minimal stuff that you take to a dorm. So we've got a U-Haul that's outside, and we spent the whole day loading it up. It was
Fun.
a pretty great time.
Now,
All
this is
right.
her second year?
That's right.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. What have you got for us, David?
I'll do K, and I'm going to also do those independent grenadiers that are next to them too.
Okay. That's exciting.
All right, so we get 1, 2, 3. We get, and so he goes into general order in that, and he goes 1. Oops. 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6 into general order, and he takes a disorder check, and he is fine. And this cavalry will come in underneath the other one.
Oh my gosh, what's left of it?
What's left of it? Yes.
Yeah, it's been.
That one has
2,
been.
3, 4, 5, 6.
There's
And
basically
that's
like there's 50 guys, but there's only one horse.
something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the famous Bayreuth Dragoons, you know?
Yeah.
They're just shredded.
All right. That should be that move there. All right.
All right. I guess it's my turn to throw some dice. Let's see what
Yep.
we
It
get.
is.
24. That doesn't move the clock, and that's another one for the Prussians.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah. And these have all been decisively for the Prussians, so we needed big pluses on the Austrian side to have swung it our way. I need to go back and take that vineyard, right? Get Frederick worried again.
All right. Well, let's do KA. Let's see. So this automatically comes out of disorder. Is there any other disorders there? Bump, bump, bump. No. All right. What are they going to do? Hmm. Looks like something for them.
Really weird. I'm trying to figure out where else on the board. I guess there's another one right there. Just kind of like randomly in the middle of nowhere,
There's a little church.
elevation line numbers.
Oh,
That's a 3. That's a 2.
For the fog level.
There's a 5. I know, it's just kind of funny because it's like I understood it at the edge of the board.
Yep.
It just
they-
kind of like, but just kind of somewhere vaguely out in the middle.
All right. So let's see. Let's do this guy. All right. This one is gonna do a backup. Disorder check. Fine.
Who are you moving around? KA?
I'm
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
yes. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. All right. And then this. And then the one next to him is 1, 2, 3. He's gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4. No, he's not. One of them is gonna do that. The other one is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. The other one's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is going to do a backup into here. Disorder. Does he do that disorder check first, or
No,
does
you
he
do all your movement, complete all your movement, and then
Okay.
Well, actually, I got an op fire I need to do before
Yes,
he
yes, you do.
just as he leaves. So it's 1 to 3. It's plus 15, I think, for size because he's what 14 in
he's
size,
14,
right?
yeah.
Oh.
Oh, is that a special something?
Not sure what that's going to be.
Let's see. Infantry fire, a 0/0, free fire.
Yep.
Reroll 2 times, and the firing units are disordered. And then, do we go down to the leader loss table as well?
We do go to the leader loss table. It probably won't amount to anything, but yes, because it was an even number, we do need to roll on the leader loss table. And like I said, depending on what we roll, it's moot because there's not a leader there. But depending on what we roll, it could affect a leader who's somewhere else.
Nearby.
Well, there's one that's
Yeah.
adjacent, so yeah, you might as well. Oh, you
Okay.
rolled a
Wow.
0? Oh,
I'm hot for
we
zeros.
can pick any leader. Who do we
Seriously?
want to? Yeah, that's what it is. Fate. Pick any enemy leader. A 0 is killed, a 1 is wounded, a 2 through 9, no effect.
Right, that's the one. So it's on the one hand, it's a lot of flexibility. On the other hand, it's very unlikely to happen,
Yeah.
as opposed to the other ones where it's more directed, but a higher likelihood of happening.
This is when that random shot is that takes Frederick off his horse.
Okay.
Right. I mean, clearly that's what we're thinking here.
Yeah, it's a 5. It doesn't matter.
He's all right.
Yeah.
All right. But I go ahead and roll twice. Is that what it said?
Roll twice. Re-roll twice.
Okay.
And,
all right.
And you basically, that's a miss, and that's a miss.
Okay. Big miss all the way around.
Yeah, but we had some excitement. People were nervous for just half a
Oh,
second.
they were.
Yeah.
And my skirmishers are disordered, whatever that means.
No, they're not disordered.
Of course they're not. They're skirmishers.
Yeah, but even then, it doesn't say that they're disordered.
Oh, it doesn't?
No.
Oh,
I
I'm
thought
sorry.
Yeah, you're right.
I
It says
thought-
and are disordered. Yeah, I
Yeah.
glanced down at
All
the
right.
auto.
In my experience, by the way, and this is probably just a trick of human memory.
I will be back in just a moment. I have to run for a sec.
In my experience, it's usually skirmishers that get that special event.
Aha.
I don't know why, but it seems like it happens all the time that the skirmishers get that event, and then you kind of roll your eyes at the fact that what was supposed to be the downside is not a downside.
Yeah, well, on that particular chart, the Austrians will get that result on a 0, 1, and a 2. The Prussians only get that on a 0.
Okay.
And the Prussians, though, they have a greater chance of getting the full volley result, which is double the fire strength and reroll. And they've got basically
Oh, I
3
see.
chances to do that.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and then the Austrians have more possibility of getting this thin one called battalion guns. Reroll and add 1 SP loss to any non-dash result.
Oh, right.
Skirmishers' vineyards add no extra loss, right? So then if you did have the skirmishers or you were in the vineyards, you wouldn't get the battalion gun benefit.
Right, right. That
You'd
makes
get,
sense.
yeah. So, and then the ammo low and ammo exhausted, the Prussians have a better chance of that happening to them than the Austrians do. It's kind of interesting with the special results, kind of how those things play out.
No, they're not really symmetric.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's funny because, I mean, if you play enough games, it probably shows up. But obviously, if you just play once, does it really make any difference? Probably not.
Yeah. No, but you got a 10% chance of getting a special result anytime you throw the dice practically.
That's true. That is
Yeah.
true.
Sorry, I'm back.
That's okay.
Well,
Don't apologize.
And let's see, we'll bring this guy. You're gonna get a
no,
shot
you
off on
still
him.
think,
He's gonna.
think you
Oh, did I?
still have a
Yeah,
disorder the
disorder
last
check.
one, right?
Yep. Boom. Okay.
There
He's
you go.
fine.
All right.
All right. So this guy, he will do a line backup also. Boom. Boom.
Genius.
Boom. You get a shot there.
Dokie. No, even with a plus 30, that's not enough. Oh, well. Oh, it is. Is it? It's not even enough for a disorder check, is it?
What?
88? I think I need a 90 to get a disorder check at 1 to 3.
Yeah, you need a 90 or better. And you've only
Okay.
got a plus
Oh.
15, so.
No, that's a double stack.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
Oh,
He's
I'm
only
sorry.
got one.
Never mind.
Yeah, he's just got 7
No,
increments.
okay.
There. Yeah.
Yep. Very good. Carry on.
And let's see. He's and the last guy here. 1, 2, 1, 4. And the last stack here, let's see where he's gonna go.
Dresden's just northwest.
Which direction there?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. And we'll go to here and flip. All right.
All right, it's over to you to throw the dice.
62.
All right, that's one for
Yeah.
us. And that's a wing.
Okay.
A wing and a ding.
Oh.
A wing ding.
All right. Well, that's pretty excellent.
Yep. Is there anything particular you need to do? Otherwise, I could use it for my cavalry.
Yeah, I mean, if you've got a use for it, then by all means, go ahead.
Yeah. So I'm looking, I've got a chance I could attack the king at more or less 1 to 1.5 odds. But with a cavalry charge, I don't know if it's going to
Mm.
pan out. Should I try to attack the King of Prussia when he's sitting there on those horses? Or should I turn around and go hide back behind the sunken road?
Well, I mean, you've come all this way.
That is the question. That is the burning question.
So, um, yeah, I mean, they won't be great odds, will they? But I mean, I mean, I guess you could try it.
Yeah, I mean it might be fun, might be
Well,
interesting.
it could easily be fun, and and I don't want to keep you from having fun.
Well, we've already been making David nervous. Of course, if I do it, then my cavalry is kind of out in the middle of nowhere,
Yes, it very much is.
which means it stands a very good chance it's going to get basically destroyed. So, do I do the conservative thing or the wild thing? I don't know. We've had a fair amount of luck so far. Um, I don't know.
Well, okay, so you're doing a wing.
Yeah, yeah. So I basically would do Radicati, who's got
Mm,
the
yeah,
so I can get
yeah,
all that cavalry to do something. These guys are the
right,
only ones who could get there without having to
right.
do a disorder check. These guys here would have
Yeah,
to rapid march, and even then, I don't
but
think
the
we could
other
make it.
ones could keep them from being quite so exposed.
Yeah,
Although, I mean, who are we kidding? There's an excellent chance that they're going to go running, but whatever. The point is that the second command could keep them from being quite so exposed.
right.
And yeah, it's probably insane.
Okay, then that's a vote for doing it.
On the other hand, I mean, it would afford every explanation of how we get the double ought and Frederick elects to leave the field, and we'll know why.
There we go. Because he
Like
was
those
feeling.
maniacal Austrians are coming for me.
There you go. There you go. Well, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, those guys are basically just going to get caught and hosed. Uh, uh, uh. Decisions, decisions, decisions. Well, you are my supreme commander. I will do whatever you tell me to. You are playing Brown.
Well, I mean, it really is an interesting one because, on the one hand, it certainly would uh, be very disruptive,
Mm-hmm.
and it would prompt him to have to swing lots of cavalry north to see you off, and that clearly doesn't disappoint me.
Right.
On the other hand, yeah, there's an excellent chance you get absolutely shredded. Um, and I don't know, you know, on the one hand, it's kind of always to the advantage of the guy with the lesser charge distance to go ahead and charge first
Right.
to prevent the other guy getting the advantage of his longer charge distance, right?
Right.
Uh, and and yet, by the same token, I mean, he's got you pretty badly outnumbered in terms of cavalry. And other than just running away, the real question is, are you going to provoke more losses than you're going to take? Because fundamentally, if we're playing a victory point game, that's kind of what you need to do, right?
Right.
And I don't know. I mean, it's not really clear to me. You're going to get 1.5 to 1, probably,
Yeah.
assuming all the die rolls go well.
Right.
Um, his guys are probably better than yours.
Yeah.
Without even looking. That's safe to say. The king's stacked with one of them. That's probably going to make him even better.
Right. Yeah. I have
So
no
there's a
idea what.
real
Yeah.
Yeah, and just for me, I tend to not want to flip the other guy's units over. I think that's really tacky.
Yeah.
I know theoretically I could go look at the loss sheet and see it, but again, that seems a little unreasonable. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think the trouble is the blowback would be pretty terrible. I'm not convinced that you're gonna have enough force to be able to make sure he loses more than you do.
Yeah, it's probably going to be either where there are zero, it's either at the zero or it's only going to be like a +1 in my favor or a -1. It's going to be somewhere in the middle. There's not going to be. I don't expect that there's going to be a big, you know.
Well, you couldn't get a big advantage for sure.
Yeah, I mean, unless
Yeah.
he is shaken.
Unless he fails a
Right.
morale check, but
Yeah.
you're more likely to do that.
Yeah.
And then the odds are the other way around.
Yeah. Exactly.
So,
Okay.
but
Well.
yeah, gotta say, that seems awfully risky. Not really sure that it seems like the right thing to do. It would be amusing, but
But we're trying
I
not
don't
to
know.
be. We've been amusing enough, perhaps. I'm not sure.
Well, I guess here's my thought.
Yep.
Things have gone quite well thus far,
Yeah.
and we've put them back on their heels a pretty good amount here. Why give him a gift of throwing all that cavalry out there for him to then come turn and shred? Because, I mean, SC is definitely going to be able to turn and wheel right into him, right?
Yeah.
And the rest of KY.
Yep.
So, and there's really nothing to support you at all.
Nope. Nope. I mean, I've got my skirmishers I could throw out there to,
Yes,
slow them down
sure.
or something. But
And definitely you'd want to, absolutely. And that might be enough, honestly, if you could, because they haven't activated yet, right?
they haven't. But by the same
Right.
stroke, KY hasn't activated either. So
Oh, so he hasn't,
yeah. Yeah. So he's got, let's see.
Oh, I see. Yeah, because the skirmishers are not independents.
Yes. Yeah. So the skirmishers
You
would have
need-
to move if we get the next.
Right. So you're taking a chance that KY doesn't get the next activation.
Correct.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know.
Okay. I'm going to. I
Far
will.
be it from me-
What's that?
Far be it from me to tell you what to do, other than the fact that I'm your commanding officer. But still.
I think I will err on the side of caution and withdraw back behind the sunken road, and we'll continue to play a little bit more conservatively. So
Okay.
starting over here then. So this guy's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Gets him over there. This guy's going to do the same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Gets him over there. Their beautiful leader will go over here. This guy's going to go. Whoops, wrong way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Gets him there. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 gets him there. And then we'll put the wing leader here. Keep everybody happy. All right.
Huh.
Okay. I'm not sure whose die roll it is now.
That's back to Michael.
Okay.
Because that was
Yeah,
me.
I think it's mine. Okay. Gadzooks.
Indeed.
So that is the clock. And actually, it's another wing activation if we wanted it.
Yeah. So I can use that to get Haddock and his skirmishers kind of back to
Okay.
cover my cavalry.
Okay. Yeah, that'd be real good
Yeah.
because it made me very nervous. His guys are good enough they could have caught you easily with a little rapid marching.
Yeah, no, I will have these guys here. Let's see.
Now I get a shot at the one
Yeah,
pulling
you get
out.
the one. Yeah, go ahead, take your shot. Oh, with a -10, that's an
well,
85.
at 1-1.
1-1. That may be
That's
a
a
hit.
hit.
Okay. Let's see. Who was that guy? That was probably one of these guys here, right?
That was the blue and green one, I
A.
believe.
Okay, cool. We will chip off a little increment for him. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah, that's good enough.
Like this.
No, I mean you're fine either way because he can only go 9 even with a rapid march.
And then he can charge 4 more.
Yeah, but
Right.
I mean, first of all, there's nothing wrong with what you got there. That is absolutely fine.
Okay.
All right. I think it's up to you, Eric.
Okay, here we go. Hey, it's another one for us.
Another
And
big
another
number.
one that moves the clock, too.
Indeed. We're up to 4 now.
Yep. Do you feel you've got enough excitement that you can do stuff, or do you want to take it over? I really don't have too much to do with Veed. You know, I can kind of shuffle some people around there in the village, but
Okay. No, that's fine. I will yeah, I mean, I guess I will just probably activate McGuire just to get these guys undisordered if I can.
okay. Well, then go ahead and do that.
And since basically all of your guys moved, I might as well just go ahead and shoot. What is my story? I don't have my charts with me. I apologize. What's my 6 hex strength for a 7-pounder and a 12-pounder?
Oh, let's see. At 6 hexes, the 7-pounder is ×3, and the 12-pounder is ×8. So you would have 11.
So
So you'd have a
it's the
1-to-1
same
shot.
all along. Okay. And size of 16
Yep, so you're going
is
to have a
plus
+20.
plus 20 at 1-to-1. Okay.
Correct.
All right. Thank you. All right. Well, I'll go ahead and do McGuire and I'll add those guys to it. And so let's see. First things first, we are going to undo some disorder here. This guy's stacked with McGuire, so I will just delete that. And then I will have to roll for these grenadiers who will be activated with them. And that will be enough for them as well. So we're kind of back better than we were before. And then
Did you
I'm
want to
going to go
activate
ahead.
these skirmishers out in the vineyard as well?
Yeah, in fact, I was thinking I was going to go ahead and activate like all of these skirmishers, not just that one, but the
okay.
2 that are further south as well. So I think we'll do that. And so that's that. But we'll do some shooting first. These guys will go ahead and shoot here.
So those are your
my
grenadiers are ×4.
It's 4. Okay, so
Yep.
it's going to be 1.5 to 1 plus 15 because of size. Is that right?
Yep.
Okay, so we'll do that. 1.5 to 1 plus 15.
It's going to be a 87.
Probably just one hit.
Yes, that is a single hit, and it is a morale check since it's an even number.
That's right.
Oh,
Big morale check.
they passed it with room to spare.
Yes, indeed. Okay, well, very nice. Okay, and then we'll go ahead and use the guns here. We'll fire at these guys, and we agreed that was 1-to-1 and plus 20 also.
Yes.
All right, 1-to-1.
So that's going to be an
That's
82. That's going to
right.
be enough for a hit and another
A
morale
hit.
check.
And another morale check. Chipping at him.
That's the whole point. Chip them away. Chip, chip, chip.
Yes, indeed. And they are finished. Okay. All right. So that was all of our shooting.
Well, unless you're doing shooting with
Well,
that skirmisher, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guy, of course, can shoot too, can't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. This is going to be 1-to-2 because it's in the flank. Actually, it probably should have been 1-to-2 on one of the previous, but whatever. It's water under the bridge now. So it's 1-to-2 plus 15.
Yep.
Okay.
Ooh, another special thing. What's this one? 05. That is going to be battalion guns. So just re-roll. You're not going to get any pluses because your skirmishers.
No, no battalion guns, yeah. Right. All right, big nothing.
Yeah.
All right, well, what's wrong with the big nothing, I say? Okay, all right, well, that's great. So he's gonna do that, and then, all right, so now skirmishers are 1 going through the vineyard?
Yes.
And do I care about slopes as a skirmisher?
For the slopes, the skirmishers, nope, doesn't affect the skirmishers at all.
Okay, well then we'll do 1, 2, 3, 4. It's not great, but it's okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then this will be 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yep.
And that'll do. All right. So skirmishers aplenty, and that's a good time. I don't think. Huh. So what do we got? We got. I'm just sitting here. I mean, it seems crazy to attack out of the village, but these guys are shaking right in front of me. Just, it seems terrifically tempting to just rout them off. But then I'm out in the open and all that cavalry is everywhere. So that doesn't really seem like a good idea.
Well, and as long as he's sitting there, you're shooting at him.
Oh, no, absolutely. Yeah. And who knows what he'll do. But anyway, clear. And it's going to be harder for him to become recovered because the +10, because he's in the zone of control and all that jazz. So,
yeah.
So I guess I'll just leave it be and let that be enough. And I think other than that, I don't think.
Well, the only other thing you might want to do is, unstack some of the guys there along the wall, right? Because he's got some guns that if he uncovers those guns that are back here, then you're a big fat target, right?
Yeah. And I guess the cavalry can't charge me at all. Am I right about that?
Yeah, it's the cavalry's prohibited to cross the wall.
Okay.
So
and obviously his infantry are going to be gone for a little while. Yeah, no, you're very possibly right. Maybe that is the right thing to do. All right, well, if I do that, then that's 1, 2. And I'll go ahead and roll that disorder check for him. And then this other one is also going to be, come on. 1, 2, disorder check. Okay, all right. Okay, so that's that. That looks pretty good. And honestly, I think that's really all I needed to do at the moment. So I'm going to flip the leader. And I think it's your roll, Eric.
Okay, here we go. And that is one for the Prussians.
And another move of the clock. We're down to 5 now.
Okay, so I do have KY left. All right. Interesting.
Got to be a joke in there somewhere.
That's only if this was a Diddy party, right?
You're going to get demonetized, brother.
Oh, I don't know. That might bring a new level of viewers to my channel. We somehow interject, current events into gameplay from 250 years ago. So why not?
Gotta
Right?
do it.
Yeah.
Gotta do
Well, they tell you in the whole YouTube universe, find your niche. So, and then YouTube will find the audience for you. So,
All right. KY. I don't have, unless I want to give it to you. Let's do that. Go ahead.
oh, he's giving it. Okay, so it's over to you, Michael. Do something exciting.
it. My goodness, I hardly know how to act. Okay, what am I gonna do? I guess I will do Wolfersdorf. Yeah, I guess so. All right. Not a whole lot to do with Wolfersdorf. But I think I'd like to go ahead and do something with him. So he's right by Brown, so he's in command. Everything's fine. And then, of course, they can't move very fast because crossing the wall takes all of their movement. But that's okay. And then I guess these two, I will go ahead and turn and move them here. Well, I say I'm going to move them here. Let me just move the wing leader out of the way. All right. And I think that's it. So, done.
Okay. All right.
Who's rolling? Is
I think it's
David's?
David's.
Yeah.
Oh, that's going to advance
That's
the
a
clock
tie.
too.
Okay.
Yeah. So we're up to
Alrighty.
6. And then 86. That's ours again. So I'm going to fire some guns if that's all right with you.
Well, you better, because we're down to 7 on the end turn marker.
Yeah. So I've got, where's my little leader guy, the magic leader? He's here. So I can combine this, and we'll fire on this guy that's disordered out here. So I had a range of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. What's 13? Can my guns get there? They
What?
can. They're times 2. So I'll have 5 points. 5 to 10. 1 to 2 shot on those guys. No pluses.
Wait, no, hold on.
Oh, am I missing something?
That's a flank. That's a flank shot for both of those units.
Oh, okay. So then that's gonna push it up to a
1 to 1.5.
1 to 1.5. No pluses, no minuses. Let's see what we get. A 15. Oh well.
Very nice. Glad we had that special leader to really make that exciting.
That did make it exciting.
Mm-hmm. And who were you actually activating and all that?
I wasn't activating anybody. They're independent units, right?
Well, they still have to activate it along with an activation.
Right. I can't activate anymore, right? Because we went from the detachment doing stuff to then you doing stuff. We can't go back to the detachment again, right?
Well, you can.
Oh.
But if you go back, all of the detachment's remaining activations have to be limited activations.
Oh.
Just means
okay.
no movement.
Oh, okay. So then it would have been Veed, I guess.
You could go ahead and just call that Veed's activation.
Right.
And you've attached the artillery to it. The artillery fired. Veed's guys can't move because it was a limited activation because we'd gone to the main body. Now we're coming back to the detachment.
Okay.
So it's as if it's the end turn already for that
the detachment. Okay.
Right.
All right.
So did you get that guy facing the way he was facing originally?
No.
Because he can't move.
Yeah. I moved him before
Okay.
you said I can't move.
Okay. All right. I just want to make sure.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's it for V.
Yep.
Okay. And is it my role?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Nope.
Boy.
We moved it again.
And another tie.
And so now it's end turn. And so it's end turn for everybody. And I roll again. And that's 1
Austrians
for us.
get to roll first, I guess, for recoveries.
No. We still have to activate all the commands that haven't activated.
Okay.
Quite a few. But the one that's of greatest concern to me right now is whoever it is. H.
Oh, yes.
I got a question that came to my mind on the last turn here. The shooting at that disorder. That guy went into Hook. Does disorder take him out of Hook?
He's not in Hook.
He was supposed to be.
Well, I don't know where the hook marker went.
Why isn't there a hook marker on him?
Well, because he disordered doing something there.
Yeah, no. I mean, if you took the hook marker off of him because he was disordered, that was an error. Just being disordered does not take you out of Hook.
Okay, that's what I was, because I think I don't remember why he disordered there. I guess, yeah.
Well,
you'd
move the guys up to shoot at my skirmishers, and
right.
I don't know if you had enough movement to put him into Hook anyway.
I think I did, yeah, but that was.
But if you had, then you wouldn't have been able to fire as effectively, because this guy firing out of that hex.
I wasn't looking at firing effectively. I was looking at more for defensively when I was thinking of it. All right, but that's okay. Yeah.
Well, fortunately, he rolled a 15, so it doesn't matter what.
Doesn't matter, right?
Okay.
That's
all right. So I'm going to go back to.
See, I'm thinking of again, Lobotai, where disorder, you lose your whole formation. You're
yeah.
That's a lot more draconian.
So it's
okay.
Whereas here, okay, so he can still be in Hook with it, but
that's right. That's right. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and do
H.
Hedwigger. So I'm going to roll for these guys to recover disorder. So I rolled to recover disorder, and I rolled really well.
Yeah, I can see that.
Okay.
So I'm
Um,
I'm curious, why couldn't the guns have fired and you had activated a, a group down in the south? Is it a
oh, they
case?
could have. They could have. My only point
So why did you say I
was,
had to activate somebody? I had
oh,
to
I
activate
didn't.
V.
No, someone had to activate.
Oh,
You can't just fire independent units completely independently.
no,
They
no,
may
no,
be
no, no, no. But
independent
yeah,
units.
but I was thinking you were going to be activating somebody in your command,
Right.
and I just said, hey, can I fire my guns?
Uh,
And then you said, no, you
okay.
have to activate V. And so that's why I'm
Oh, no,
confused.
no, 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 no. I didn't say you had to activate VEED. I said that you needed to make it as part of an activation, and no one had said who was activating yet.
Oh, okay. So I should have waited
And it
until
was like,
you'd said who you were activating.
well, yeah, I mean,
Okay.
or at least the two of us negotiate who's activating.
Yeah. Because I
But at
didn't
this
need to
point, it's
activate
moot
anybody. Yeah.
because now we've gone to the end turn
Yeah.
anyway. So now
No, but
it's kind of moot.
I just want to know for future reference. Like,
Absolutely.
okay.
No, there's nothing there's nothing that prevents independent units that are part of the detachment or that are even like just in the vicinity of the detachment, because they may not be part of the detachment, right?
Right.
But just because they're independent units doesn't mean that they have to activate with anybody near them.
Okay.
And especially in the case of artillery, they sometimes just totally don't. Um, but they would have to activate along with some activation somewhere.
Okay. I was thinking they had to activate with V because they weren't within
No,
the command span of your guys down there. So that's why I was thinking when I said I'm firing these guys, you're like, oh, you activate V
uh,
or something.
I, I,
Okay.
I think we ended up doing several things round and round there in the
Okay.
course of all that. But anyway, so no, it didn't have to be Veed for
Okay.
sure. Just somebody.
Oh,
But
and
it's
also, I was just thinking I did have one other guy with KY. I forgot all about him there. The recovered routed one. He never moved with him. Can he move?
Well, KY
He
with
didn't
doesn't
his
move.
because I forgot all about him when KY activated.
KY didn't activate.
KY
Yeah, did
hasn't activated.
oh, that's
KA
okay.
activated and K
That's right.
did. Yeah, when you had the opportunity to activate KY, you gave it to us.
That's right. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, right. Wow. Who's on first?
Tell you.
Okay. All right. I'm going to go ahead and move the leader in hopes that he can get this guy undisordered next turn. Because that's because 17 wasn't going to get the job done there. So, all right. That was that activation.
Okay. So now it's my turn to
Eric,
roll. Okay, here we go.
right.
And it's a special something, an 07.
7, Prussian 7.
Prussian 7, free combat segment. Pick a command for fire combat or close combat initiative required.
We've seen this one before.
Yep.
In fact, didn't somebody already do this
I
one?
already did it. Yeah, I've given that to David twice. It's the gift that keeps on giving.
It was Kleist, I guess, last time, wasn't it?
Yes, Kleist went.
Now, do I have to?
No.
No.
Okay. Because the
No.
other thing would be a charge segment.
Yeah, and if you really don't want to, yeah.
Then
could
I
decline.
just roll again. It's not like you give it to me,
Right.
right?
Yeah,
Right. Yes.
So here I rolled a
Hey,
double
now.
lot.
Hey now.
Oh,
So the double lot was the king potentially runs away.
Right.
So
So let's go through that. So it's based upon
losses.
Prussian losses?
Yeah, wherever you are on the army loss table.
Is it? I thought it was a different table.
So if you look over, so it's got to be it's with the new chart, right? So if there's only 15 losses, you'd roll a 0 or 1, he runs away. 30 losses, it's a 2 or less. 45 losses, it's a 3 or less, right? So we
Okay.
have to calculate how many losses the Prussians have, and then that's going to tell us where on the chart they are.
Okay.
And this is what, the 140 turn, so we're going to be calculating losses here anyway.
Yeah, we might as well count them up.
Yep. So let's see. So units that have been completely eliminated, he's got 20 increments that have been eliminated. And then he's lost Keith, and he's worth 15 points. So right, and then as far as units that are routed, he's got all that infantry. So that's 14, 15, so 28, 38, 43, no, 42. And then he's got somebody else who's routed somewhere off in the backfield. Those guys are worth 11. Okay, so
I have 33 cavalry losses on the board.
are you counting the guy that's routed or not?
I did count the guy that's routed, or I didn't. I only counted him as the three. Okay, so that's right. He gets counted, but
yeah. So he's. So I'll just count him for the difference of 8. So you've got 50 routed. So, and then losses. You said how many for cavalry?
about 30 cavalry. I took the 3 out. Since you
okay.
well, whatever.
No, that's fine.
3. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
And don't count the infantry losses that are routed. I just counted up their full value.
There's 27 up there with Bevern.
Okay. Okay, doesn't look like Kleist has lost anybody. And then the only other losses would be the one hit on the shaken guys. So you got 28 infantry.
Man, that was weird.
So let's see, 20 plus 15 plus 53 plus 30 plus 28, 146 losses.
Oh, God.
So on the chart, he's automatically going to run away because you have to roll better than a 9, but you can't roll higher than a 9, right?
That's right.
Okay. So the king is going to flee.
Wow. What? I don't know if you guys noticed that I had a audio meltdown.
I see that you typed that up, but we were busy running calculations. Kind of.
Well, that is. I am glad you made good use of the time.
Yeah.
So Frederick.
So what happens is that the totals came to in excess of 133 or 135 losses.
Really?
And, yes.
How?
Yeah. So, I mean, 53 of those are routed losses, right? So that's a big chunk of it. Yeah, and so based on the chart,
Oh,
you'd
And
have to
another
roll.
oh,
Yeah, it's a
another
9 or
30
less.
are
A 9 or
cavalry
less.
losses, and
Yeah,
another 30 something, and
oh,
infantry
so
losses.
a lot of them aren't permanent losses.
15 for
For Keith, and
for
then
the
20
for the
for,
key.
yeah, and 20 for guys that you killed when they couldn't escape you when you were doing pursuit. So,
The king has left the building.
hey Matt, how are
It's-
you?
I'm well.
Seems like-
I was preparing dinner while I was listening.
Okay. Yeah, so we probably need to read what happens now.
Okay, so roll a die, quits the battle, simply remove his counter from play, and the next in command is the new Prussian army leader, usually Keith. Okay, that's awkward. Okay, so who's all right, so now let's look for the Prussian order, special rules. Where's the Prussian special rules? Okay, if Keith becomes a casualty as army leader, well, that's strange. He is replaced as army leader by the Prince von Prussen, who has a command rating of 1 and a wing activation of 6. If Prince von Prussen becomes a casualty as army leader, then the army's decapitated.
Okay. So we already have Prusen on, who came in as the wing replacement for Keith. So
Okay,
he's
well, I think
already
he's now the army leader.
he's now the army leader. Yeah. It's what we call
Okay.
battlefield promotion.
Wow. Okay, this is just getting wilder and wilder. Okay, but you're telling me that when you looked at the loss chart,
Yeah. So I'm looking at the one that we had. So you from the Battles of the Age of Reason. It's that new updated chart, right? And it's if you look at loss chart for the Prussian army, and
Yep.
over on the right hand side it says army loss records, and then it's got 15 losses, and it's got a little number 1 next to it, and then 30 losses there's a number 2,
Oh,
45 losses there's a number 3.
yes,
Right.
yes.
So that's where you're finding then the
But because you're past 135,
yeah
any
that's-
number.
any number is going to do it.
Wow.
Yeah. So you don't even there's not even a roll at that point. It's like okay.
I guess not.
The king is
Okay.
sufficiently freaked out.
The red number or less is rolled. He quits the battle. Yeah. Okay. Yep. No, that makes total sense. We'd never done it before, so I didn't quite follow how
No,
that worked.
we
but-
had done it before, but we were like maybe there were 15 losses, or I mean there was
Yeah, I was
just
gonna
some
say,
trivial amount.
we
right?
hadn't
And so
really
it was,
done it.
you need to roll a 0 or 1, I think, for it
Right.
to happen, because it happened early on in the game, and so then this is
Okay.
the first time that it's happened where things are more significant. And so von Prusen is what is he for initiative?
Oh, just +1.
For as an army leader.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, and his wing activation number is 6. And so he's right there. Oh, I see. You're just going to go ahead and type that on him?
Yeah.
Good for
Well,
you.
But at this point,
At this point, I am going to
yeah,
concede the.
and
I
I would not blame you, David, because
Yeah.
because Prusen's range is what, like 5 or something. So everybody who's like
It's not great.
his leader range is only 5. Yeah. Yeah.
Right. And of course, he himself is already one of the 2 wing leaders, which means he doesn't have a wing leader to extend him.
Yep.
Right. So he's really going to have a tough time getting the whole army doing the thing.
Yeah.
Okay, so wow.
And
Yeah, so I
and
mean, the best you
for
could do
the
is
when
you
it
could
comes,
have, you could use him to, move Bevern, move Kleist, um, and then the cavalry would have to kind of do things on its own. I mean, the cavalry has a better chance of doing something, right? Because it can still charge, it can do
Although,
stuff, even if it doesn't put itself in command, right?
yes, yeah, you could, yes, as long as the unit's in command,
Yeah,
which of course they would be. Yeah, and you're right, because actually, the the cavalry leaders really don't have very good initiative ratings.
yeah,
Um, surprisingly, actually, but again, it almost doesn't matter much, except for like special um, events where you got a roll initiative.
right.
There it matters, but here, yeah,
Well, and so if you can't trace back to a leader, then you've got to try to roll for initiative,
to, put- to
right?
put yourself in
Put
command.
yourself in
That's right.
command. And if you can't put yourself in
Yep.
command, it just means that you can't do rapid marching. Is that it?
Yeah.
And what else?
Well, yeah, and you know the reason it doesn't matter very much for cavalry units is because the effects limit you during the movement phase.
Right,
So you can't move into an enemy zone of control unless you're already adjacent to it.
right,
But of course, cavalry isn't going to do that. The cavalry are going to move there during the close combat segment.
right,
So it kind of doesn't matter very much whether the command leader is in command,
right,
because the places it's going to affect are probably not all that important.
right.
Unless you need a rapid march or something, it really isn't that big of a deal. It really is a bigger deal for infantry forces because it just limits how much you can do.
Yeah. So I guess what you need to do is you need to have then Prusen in closer proximity to your infantry so that they can be in command and move close enough to do close combat and all that jazz.
Right.
Yeah. Cavalry is not all that cavalry is not as much affected by it.
Right. Yeah, you're right. If you had to choose, and obviously in this case you would, yeah, you'd
Yeah.
keep them over there with the infantry and just count on the cavalry to fend for themselves.
Yeah.
But I mean, obviously the now this is strange because it I wish it would say, I don't think it does, but we shouldn't treat him as a casualty,
No, the
should
king
we?
wouldn't be a casualty. He's just
He's just gone.
he's just fled. Yeah. So I
Right,
don't
right.
think
Nevertheless, of course,
we have then like a plus 30 on the army thing because he's left. But I don't know.
I mean, I
I
don't
mean,
know why
maybe.
you would.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. I mean, if he's fled the army, the army is going to say that's a vote of no confidence.
you would think so. You would think so. Certainly that's what happened to Fermor.
Yeah. That's true
Uh,
with Fairmore.
and yet it's just kind of funny because simply remove his counter from play. Like, I mean, it's just a funny thing to say, right? To simply remove his counter from play. It's like,
Well-
but since we're removing him in a very unusual way, don't you think the rule should be sure you understand what
Well,
else you're supposed to do?
Well,
with
I
that?
think that the difference is if you've got another leader who is a casualty, you remove them and then you put a replacement counter on, right? So there's usually that whole replacement system for leaders who are killed or whatever else.
Yeah.
So this one is a
I
case
don't-
where you're removing him and you're not replacing him with another counter.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I just think it's funny because I could see the argument being made that if he's left, then there is a plus 30. But I could also see it's like, well, then why doesn't it say so? I
Yeah.
mean, did it not say so because they thought it was obvious? Because, well, I mean, he's been removed from the board, so
Yeah.
you should have to do that plus 30. Well, at any rate, but what we do know is that if we went to the top of the hour, which is, I guess, now,
Yeah.
David's rolling on the far right column already, even without the plus 30. Is that right?
Yeah, he's going to be on the 135 plus.
He's
So
on
he's
the
not all the way.
135,
Yeah, and
not
even
the
if you
last.
add, so yeah, so he's on the second to the right, the 135 plus
Yeah,
column.
right.
And he can't do anything to influence it because Prusen's
Initiative
only got
already below,
1 point, right?
and you can't move it below 2.
Yeah.
So it means he can do anything.
Yeah.
Okay. But were you about to say that even if you added the 30 for Frederick, it wouldn't put him to
It's
the
still not
180?
going to put it to the 180 column.
Right. Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Okay. Now just to add to all of that,
Yep.
where are the Austrians for losses?
We are, let's see, if we're looking at things, we've got,
I think we should look at things.
yeah. So we've lost a bunch of stuff. So
Yeah.
that is 12, and that is going to be 20 points there. And then here's another, that's 26. And that's going to be
30 with both
that's
of them.
30. And then this is 30. That's going to be 42, 44. And then Dragowitz is worth probably 10 points. And Lucchese or Lowenstein, I think that's Lowenstein, right? So
Yeah.
Dragowitz is 10 points, yep. And
So it's 52.
yeah, we're at 52. And then Lucchese. Oh, no.
No,
that's
it's LO.
Lobowitz. He's 5. So we're at 57 just with what's on the board. On the
Okay.
pile.
57. And then how many losses have we got out on the board? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 21. I don't think I'm going to have any other losses.
Yeah, and in my command on the board, I just have 2 losses.
Okay, so it's 23 plus 57, so that's 80.
Yep.
Okay, which is still the first column.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I could see where David's coming from. This is getting ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, at this stage, right, he's got a bunch of stuff that once it recovers, that will help. But even then, if we're counting Frederick being gone and 30 points, that's going to sting.
Yeah. Well, and really, to turn our problem around the other way,
right?
What's he going to do that's going to generate excess losses on our side, greater than his losses?
Yeah, I think the only hope he would have would be he's got more artillery than we do, would just be to shoot at us with his artillery for
That's going to
that's going to take a while to do
Yeah.
much. And we've got about 9 turns before it's dusk.
Yeah, but that's not enough time to do much.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay. Yeah, I kind of think I'm with you here, David. Because you're kind of in a pretty deep hole.
Yeah, and what's going to be happening now is that, I mean, with Brown, what do we have? We've got a +4. So we'll have a +3 on the Austrian
+4.
initiative.
Right. So we'll have.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to get any initiative hardly again, and
Yeah.
we'll be back to that.
And we're going to try to chew up as much of the clock as we can.
Yep.
So you won't even get to move everything you feel like moving. You've got a lot of movement you need to do now. Because obviously all your infantry now needs to come down out of the vineyard and come down and do something in or around Lobositz. I mean, if we calculated, boy, see, I'm not even really sure. I mean, Solovitz, I think it's safe to say, is going to burn, and it's going to burn so thoroughly that one would count for the Prussians' benefit.
Right.
Lobositz, I'm not so sure. I don't think there's enough turns for the rest of it to burn. Although I don't know. I mean, I guess I don't know. You could keep shooting at it more, I guess.
Yeah,
but the trouble
I mean,
is-
I was trying to get my guns in position more down here so that I can work on this end of the town.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. And that makes total sense. But to your point from the very beginning, David, is that it's all well and good that you can take the vineyard and take Lobositz and take Solovitz, but you still have to inflict more
Yes.
casualties than you've taken in order to balance, unless we brought the entire Austrian army, which of course we didn't. So yeah.
Well,
I think
we brought up.
I mean,
the
that's
only,
what I said
yeah.
several turns ago when you kicked Keith. You know,
yeah, but then obviously this
this is the icing on the cake.
Yeah. This is definitely
more
the
out
knife.
from under you.
Yeah.
And you can kind of see, like, psychologically how it happens, right? There's this aggressive attack that crashes into the Tiergarten and is thoroughly repelled. And here's the king out here in the middle, and there's enemy cavalry all around him, and it's like, this isn't going well. I'm out of here. It all kind of makes sense, I guess.
Yeah, from a narrative point of view.
Right.
Well,
Yeah.
and historically, he did bug out.
Yeah.
And historically, Keith finished up the battle.
Historically, and historically, it wasn't this bad.
Yeah. Yeah. So interesting. Well, and I think the interesting part is that the Austrian cavalry down there kind of held its own. I thought for sure it was going to get steamrolled.
Did more than hold its own.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It almost literally steamrolled me.
Yeah.
it was. I never imagined when I saw you turning all your guys south. I thought, oh boy, here we go again. And it just didn't turn out like that at all.
Well, I think part of it is it's a narrower field down there.
Yes.
You're kind of pinned in on one side, hemmed in on one side by the vineyards, hemmed in on the other side by the Tiergarten wall. And so you don't have a lot of room to maneuver around and hit the guy in the flank or this or that, like you might do out in the center, where it's a little bit more wide open. Having
moved the skirmishers over, that was great, because it just meant that I had a a nuisance factor. The artillery punched very well
Yep.
Early on, and but even at that, just I've been hazed way too much by Prussian cavalry in this game. So,
Well,
but
and it's for good reason. I mean, it's absolutely friggin' brilliant. Half
yeah,
the time
so
they are destroying and demolishing the Austrians left, right, and center.
exactly. So seeing them off was not what I would have expected. That was a big surprise.
Right.
Okay. So, well, thank you all. And thank you, David, for hanging in there a little longer than I think you wanted to. It was clearly a day you were not going to win.
Yeah,
Yes.
I think getting that result where von Prusen, no, not Prusen, but Braunschweig
Right.
turned south to attack Solowitz.
That really changed things.
That really did, because instead of the infantry then kind of moving forward against Lobositz,
Right.
they had to turn and go that way. And that then kind of divided the two wings from each other.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. And and then obviously, I mean, we couldn't have asked for it to be a better defensive situation.
Yeah.
I mean, that was crazy.
Hey, you see those guys behind the wall? Yes. Yes, coach. What? We're going to go get them.
Well,
Disregard all those guys
now,
out in the open.
there's actually the parallel is in the actual battle they did it across that sunken road.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah. They
You're right.
charged their cavalry across the sunken road, for goodness sake.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Yeah. So it did happen. So no, I think I would definitely say that the rebooted rules were definitely an improvement over the ones that came in the box
Okay.
for the scenario, without a doubt. It certainly led to
Well.
a much more interesting battle. And this one is small enough that, God, you could play this one again, kind of thing. It's not hard to set
Yeah.
up. It's not
Yeah. I mean,
a lot
it's
of
not
pieces. You've only got,
and-
those 3 infantry and, a handful of cavalry and yeah, no, interesting stuff.
I mean, the Prussians only have like 7 commands.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, 3 infantry and 4 cavalry.
Right. And then the Austrians, I guess, have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So a little bit more, but you compare that to Prague or something, and it's not even
yeah.
close.
Yeah.
So yeah, this one's one you could revisit, and you can kind of also see. Of course, remember that David's cavalry are kind of right at the edge of the original map,
Yes.
right? Because that's the south map extension,
Yeah.
starting right there. And really, if you think about it, that I think radically opens up the field to give you just more ways to approach.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I mean, it's funny. This was literally the last box in the whole series that I've never played.
Okay.
Because we played Brandywine, even though we haven't played Germantown. So I've played one of the 2 that was in that box, but I'd
Right.
never played Lobositz until we did this time, or these last
Yeah.
2. So interesting, and kind of a more interesting situation than I thought it was. Because I don't know, as the Austrians, what do you do? I mean, fortunately, what you've got working for you is that the Prussians have got difficult victory conditions to achieve.
Mhm.
And so
On
then
the
the
whole,
Austrians
on the Austrians, well, I mean, they got to be proactive over in the vineyard for
Yep.
as long as they can.
absolutely.
But other than that, they just need to like hang back and figure out where what the Prussians are how they're gonna approach it, and
Yeah,
don't need to really force anything until they have to.
right. No, you're right. I wonder, you know, should Veed's guys go up into the vineyard and just try to stall the whole day? I'm trying to think what the downside is of that. I mean, it just means that you could probably just waltz in and take Lobositz, I guess, but how much waltzing are you going to do if you're spending the entire day trying to win the vineyard? Now, I know that the infantry units that are in general order don't do as well as the skirmishers do in the vineyard.
Right.
So it's not like Veed's guys are going to be as effective as the skirmishers are, but also they're going to be bigger units and they're not going to be at any disadvantage.
Yeah.
So it feels like, and that feels wrong too, by the way, because would that really be something a 7 years war general would go do? But I'm thinking as a player, I
Yeah.
can't really think of a good reason not to do it because I know that it's going to consume Frederick's mind.
Right.
And I don't know. There's probably a downside to it. I'm not sure what the downside is. Maybe just letting Lobositz go for free is enough, honestly.
Yeah.
Because I
Well-
mean, it's just a matter of time. You're going to get ground pieces up there.
Yeah, but if you do give up Lobositz, then it's really easy for the Prussians to get behind the sunken road, and then
That's
you got the points for
that's
that,
true.
right?
And then there's more points there.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. Anyway, I've got to say it's interesting and I do appreciate the scale of it.
Yeah.
It seems like one that's more approachable and playable in a practical way.
I mean, okay. I mean, my initial just from playing this, if you moved Veed over that way, and
Yeah,
I see the whole Prussian army, I'm not even. I'm going to put up and hopefully get the village on, Solowitz on fire and stuff like that. But other than that, I'm going to ignore it kind of, and
yeah.
kind of move to the north east there.
Just move the
All right.
whole army up that way.
Right. So now, I've got the two infantry ones against. You're saying once Veed is gone, now you're either going to have to start moving things north,
Right.
and giving me command points by all that, or as I said, Lobositz, and then behind the dike, that's all going to disappear.
Yeah.
Plus, I
Yeah, I
You know, I-
think I mean kind of how we played it, and kind of how it worked historically with the Grenzers up there, basically delaying the Prussians. That worked out pretty well. Until what, the 12 o'clock turn or something like that, when they finally all disappeared, 12:20, whatever it was.
Right.
So that bought time then for the army to get somewhere else. I don't know that putting Veed up there, because think about for purposes of retreat, right? You bring Kleist up and put
Yep.
Kleist, or you put some cavalry between the vineyard and Lobositz, and now anybody who disorders routes, whatever, and you basically, if you've got two infantry divisions coming in on either side of the Austrians there in the vineyard, you're gonna push them off the board or into the river, and then they're gone. So I don't know that,
Yeah.
that's a good place to put them, because they don't
No,
have
it's
anywhere to
not.
go.
Yeah, no, you're probably right. It's an interesting thing because it really does kind of force the Prussians' hand into just fine. I'm going to throw everything at you, and it's going to cost you victory points to bring anybody up to try to protect the rest of the battlefield.
Well, it wouldn't have. Remember, it wouldn't have cost us anything to bring Peroni over, right? Because he starts on the north map.
Oh, that's true.
And it
That
wouldn't have
one
cost us anything for Krottendorf either. So those two little brigades we could bring up, but we brought what was it, Wolfenstein or whoever, Wohlsdorf,
yeah,
and
into
McGuire. We brought them into Solkowitz before Solkowitz got
Right.
caught on fire, thinking that we were going to defend there.
Yeah,
And so that we gave up 2 points that we didn't necessarily need to since the village caught on fire.
right.
So, yeah. But even, I mean, if that's the case, then you can't really use the Austrian cavalry north of Solkowitz without then giving additional points, because that cavalry starts down on the south map.
Oh no, absolutely.
Yeah.
That was definitely my real concern is that I was only going to have that cavalry there kind of as a force in being that if you wanted to try to take Solowitz, I'm on your flank. And make you have to deal with me. And I really didn't want to have to come up onto the north board. So I was perfectly happy staying down where I was, and just being a force in being. So, okay. Well, good times.
Yeah, no, very interesting, very interesting. So, all
Oh,
right,
yeah.
well, that was fun, and this just goes to show you the joys of the special results table,
Big
where
time.
things look really good, and then suddenly they all goes south. pretty
They
fast.
didn't look really good.
Well, but I mean,
they weren't
if-
looking good, and it went worse.
a month or two ago, you were hearing Michael and I complaining about, the fact that the villages are burning, and
Yeah.
and you're going to get the villages just by virtue of them burning to the
Just-
ground.
That's
Right.
right.
And I kept telling you, I said that doesn't win the game for me.
That doesn't win the game.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're right. You're right. I was being a whiny little about that.
Whiny little Austrian. That's
Yeah.
why it's called Vienna. It's short for vine, for whining. So,
For whining.
yeah.
Yeah, sure.
so-
Oh gosh.
all right. Well, then we'll need to figure out another game to play here when we get back
We
together
will,
later
yeah.
in the month.
Yeah,
Exactly.
And see, we were off next week, anyways.
That's
right?
correct.
Right.
And let's see. I think we did
And
have the
then-
week after that we were going to do something,
Yeah. I think
Right,
That was the
you
14th.
had-
and then I was going to be off for a couple
Yeah.
of weeks.
And Eric and I were talking about doing one of our tutorials
Yep.
during that interval. So, all right, well, I guess we got 2 weeks to figure out what we're doing.
Yeah,
Yep. Piece of cake.
Piece of cake.
I mean, what's left that we haven't played yet? We haven't played Luthen.
We haven't played Luther.
Luthen. We haven't played Fontenoy.
Yeah, we haven't played Fontenoy. We haven't played Germantown.
We played Germantown.
Um,
Is there anything else? Well, I guess we haven't played Molvitz or Chatuzitz or however you pronounce that. Right? We haven't done either one of those. They're small. I'm not really sure how well they lend.
Well, you
themselves.
and I, Michael, did one of them. That's where we
yeah,
started.
you
this
guys
whole-
did Chatuzitz. That's
Right.
I watched you guys.
Oh,
That was
okay,
when you first taught David how to play.
Oh, you're right. That is how we started.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. Quite so. All right. So, but again, I'm not really sure. Those probably aren't great for 3 players.
Yeah.
They're pretty small. And I don't know about Germantown because I've never played it, so I don't have any idea how readily it would lend itself. But I think because isn't Germantown, isn't that the one that's like a converging American attack?
Yeah, and it's supposed to be like a surprise attack in the fog, You know,
Right.
catching the British in the morning when they haven't had their
Right.
cup of tea yet. And
So I could kind of see that one being a, 2 American leaders and 1 British leader.
yeah,
And that could work maybe as
Yeah.
a 3-player just because of the
right.
converging attack, I guess. Okay. All right. Well, that's something to think about. Luthen,
You
is
just played
big.
Luthen, so you have some idea. Would that work as a 3 or 4 player game?
yeah, I've certainly played it. I'm sorry. We played it at Consim World Dallas. When was that? 2021, 22, whenever that was. And I think that was 4 players.
Okay.
And I mean, it could definitely work for 3. I mean, because it's big.
Right.
It's got a fair number of counters. The map is just physically massive. It's 4 map sheets.
Oh wow, that is a big one.
Yeah, it is just a big honking rectangle. And the funny part is, with 4 map sheets, a lot of the Austrians, the right flank is off the end of the map.
Oh,
They come in as reinforcements after the Prussians destroy. Well, I mean, as the Prussians are in the process of destroying the Austrian left flank.
right.
I just wanted to butt in. I'm really sorry. I have to leave, and I'm enjoying the conversation. But I wanted to let you know that your joke was actually better than you thought about whining and weinen, because the German word for crying is weinen.
Okay.
Er weint, he cries. So the Weinberg could as well be crying mountain.
There we go.
There we go.
I just thought I wanted to contribute something to this conversation.
Okay, well,
Well-
good. So for all of our German listeners out there, they might have gotten my pun after all. Thanks,
That's
Matt.
right.
Yeah, very
Absolutely.
good multilingual. All right, gotta leave. But thanks for letting me listen.
Oh no.
Thank
no
you.
worries. Be
Well,
well.
take care.
Bye.
Okay. All right. Well, yeah. So first of all, no objection. It's a lot of fun to play, especially if you're playing the Austrian left flank and you don't mind watching your army melt in front of your eyes. But Germantown would be interesting because none of us have played it. We don't have any
Yeah,
idea what
yeah.
we're. So that one might be worth a read up.
Okay.
And so take a look. Take a look at that one.
All right.
You should download stuff from the bar website because I'm sure he probably.
Have
Yeah.
something new and improved over there.
I expect so.
I was just
Should be
thinking
able to.
Yeah, I see
Pull
it.
that.
Germantown.
Yeah.
So, blind Germantown game record, revised rules, revised
There you go.
charts. Yeah.
There you go. He must have updated it for 3rd edition.
Okay.
So, all right. Well, gentlemen, thank you very much. And
Very good.
We'll see you in 2 weeks, and let's just kind of text back and forth about what exactly we're going to do.
Okay. Sounds like a deal.
All right.
All right.